Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a fun tag video that I've seen going around. It's like all the juicy gossip that you always wanted to know behind the scenes of YouTube, and that is the Truthful YouTuber Tag. And it's a series of questions. I will post them below, who's truthful and who's not. So let's see if I pass the test. All right, so the first question is, have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? So I have not done this in the sense that I've been like trying to deceive you guys, as in like I start a review or something and then I like don't like the product and I'm like, oh no, I can't do this video. Because I've actually done videos where the product has gotten not a good review or not like the best review, and I've told you guys that in videos. I maybe done that in the sense that if I get sent a product and I don't really like it, I just don't feel like spending the time making a whole video about it. I would rather do a different video. Maybe I'd rather do a Fit Friday or something that I do want to do a video on. Product you use alone but don't show or use online. Now I was trying to think of something specific, but this is not like me trying to withhold some like secret product from you guys and being like, oh, this product, I'm just gonna keep it for myself. I'm not gonna tell you guys. But there are probably a lot of products like that I just have never really talked about on here. Not so much makeup products, because if there was like a makeup product or a beauty product that I'm like loving, I would definitely tell you guys about it. But it's maybe just more like, you know, skincare products that I don't really talk about because I don't really do a whole lot of skincare focused videos. You know, it just isn't really the focus of my channel. There probably are products like that, but it's not done in a purposeful manner. Like I'm trying to keep my secrets from you guys. Product you want, but won't buy because you don't support the brand. There are a couple brands that I just, don't really feel like supporting. So the first obvious one is Kat Von D. And I know she's gonna been talked about a lot with her whole anti-vaccine stance. You know, that's just like one reason of many to me. She has always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I used to actually follow her on Twitter like years and years ago. She has always kind of been this very like dramatic person who airs dirty laundry in public. I remember when she was dating Deadmau5 and then they ended up breaking up. And she like aired all their dirty laundry in public. I think she accused him of like cheating on her. Really didn't need to be put out there on her platform at all. Like if you have problems with your boyfriend or whatever, like why are you broadcasting that all to the world? It was really just she wanted him to look bad. She outed Jeffree Star saying like he hadn't paid his graphic designer or something. And it just seemed like, again, airing dirty laundry. Like if you have a grievance with someone, like sort it out by yourself. Why do you need to? It just feels so unprofessional to me and so childish to use your platform. If you're like a super successful person in social media, to use your platform to like drag someone else down. Yeah, and then like the whole anti-vaccination thing was just like the nail in the coffin. I mean, why, first of all, why are you not vaccinating your children? Boggles my mind. And then the fact that she would broadcast that on her platform, be like, oh no, I'm definitely not vaccinating my kid. And now like her whole like explanation video didn't really make things better at all. I used to be on the Kat Von D PR list for a while, and they did send me some products and I reviewed them honestly on my channel. I didn't love the product, so I didn't give them like a super top glowing review. I didn't hate the products though. I just thought, you know, like they're okay. Like they're not the best products I've ever tried, but they're okay. And I mentioned that in my video, like some of the things I liked and some of the things I didn't. And I guess the PR team saw the video because as soon as I had said my honest opinion, they removed me from the PR list. And that just to me seems so petty. You know, that does happen. Some brands do act like that. That just left a really bad taste in my mouth because it's like, what, you're sending me products, but you don't want me to actually tell the truth? Like you just want me to be a commercial for your brand? Like, and the other brand that I've never really talked about on my channel is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And again, just another person I can't really get behind. You know, I think he's a guy with a really big personality. He has really great ideas for some of his videos. So that side is fine, but I feel like he's another person that just doesn't handle himself very well in public. Like, I feel like Kat Von D and Jeffree Star could definitely benefit from public relations, like media training, and for them to maybe take like a little bit more of a back seat on their social media. I don't know, I feel like Jeffree Star, he said really derogatory things about people. He uses his Snapchat to like do these rants about people and to like gossip about people. He always gossips about whatever's going on. Why can't you just rise above it? Like, you're a millionaire, you're so successful, you have an amazing, successful channel. Why can't you just like rise above it? Why do you have to like put your 2 cents on everything? I don't know. It just, to me, it seems like it's very petty. Jeffree Star actually recently launched in Switzerland, and I was invited by the PR firm who was doing the launch to come and meet him at this like really exclusive meet and greet with Jeffree. And I declined because I just didn't want to support him and his company. So that's kind of where I stick to my guns. And I'm just like, know what? I can't get behind that, even though it maybe might have boosted my own platform. Be like, oh, I met Jeffree Star. It's just, I can't get behind him. So the next question is, do I have any blocked words? Hell yeah. So yeah, like derogatory words, really mean words that you would use to describe someone in a derogatory way, stuff like that, I block because I just don't feel like that's necessary. Do you delete comments? And if so, why? Yes, I do delete comments if they're like super rude and are just not constructive at all. And it's just like, okay, you obviously just hate me, or I mean, it's kind of funny because they don't affect me in a negative way. Like, I don't get depressed about comments. I have such a thick skin that it really does not affect me when someone says something rude about me. But what happens is, if someone says something rude about me, people will like defend me in the comments, which is really nice. I know they're doing it from like a nice thought behind it, but I just don't want people to be like fighting in the comments. So I just delete comments that are like rude. And the next question is, do I block people? Well, that kind of goes hand in hand. So if someone leaves a super mean, rude, derogatory comment, like, I just don't have time for that. Like, I want my place to be, you know, positive, and my community to just get along with each other and not be fighting and stuff. So I just block and delete and move on. I don't respond to people. I don't engage with trolls. Next question, have I ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brands? No, because obviously I tell you guys in my videos, and you've seen me say good things and bad things about products, even things that were sent to me. And the consequences is that some brands have kicked me off their PR list because, you know, maybe I said the truth and they couldn't handle it. You know, there's brands that I've like mentioned for years and years, even before they sent me stuff, because I was buying their products like by myself, and I would use them in videos and be like, oh my God, I love this and stuff. And then they put you on the PR list, and you'll say like one bad thing about a product. I mean, not every brand is like, but some brands are like that. You say like something negative, or you do a review on a product they sent you, it's maybe not the best review, and they'll like remove you from the PR list because you've said like something negative about one single product when you've said like a million good things about all their other products. Like, it's so petty, and it definitely changes my opinion of the brand. It just leaves like this bad taste in my mouth because it just makes me feel like I've supported you financially all these years by purchasing your product, and now you want to benefit off my like reach and basically do like a free ad for your product. And as soon as I say something negative, like, you're gonna take that privilege away. It's just so stupid. Some brands are really good about it. Like, some brands just have no issue if you say something negative, but yeah, some brands will immediately pull you from their PR list, which I think is just so stupid. But I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm all about telling you guys what I really think. And if a brand doesn't want me to say that, well, screw them. I can just, you know, tell my opinion anyway. Screw you and your PR list. I will say what the hell I want to say. But I mean, I do have like really good relationship with brands. Like, I'm not saying every brand is like that. Most brands I have a really good relationship with. Have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind but didn't let your audience know? That probably has happened, but not consciously, not like, oh, I'm gonna keep it a secret that I don't like this product anymore because, oh, I said it was good a while ago. Maybe it was something like, you know, a product that maybe I loved 2 years ago, and maybe I just like don't really use it anymore, or maybe I just don't love it anymore because maybe my tastes have changed. Then maybe I might not tell you just because it is kind of like out of mind, you know? It's not something I do on purpose. Influencers you don't trust. So this is really hard because I do not want to like name and shame people, because honestly, there's a long list. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's a long list. But I will say this, first of all, I don't trust influencers who don't disclose sponsorships. I know when it's a sponsorship, being in this business, sometimes that exact sponsorship will have been offered to me and maybe I don't do that sponsorship, and then I'll see someone else doing a video for that company, which is totally fine, and they don't disclose it. And that just like, immediately I like strike them off my list of people I trust, because I just feel like if you're gonna work with a brand, you have to disclose. And even, you know, in some countries, there's not like strict laws on it yet. You should just disclose for the sake of your audience that they know this is an ad. And there's nothing wrong with that. I do sponsorships with brands all the time, and well, not all the time, but I have done like sponsorships with many different brands, and I've always disclosed, either saying it verbally in the video or putting it right under the video, like this is a sponsored video by X, you know? I feel like it just was really bad for the whole community, because the people start like distrusting other people. And also this is like so annoying, because then people who do disclose, they'll be like, oh, like you do so many ads and like blah, blah, blah. And like, I mean, not everyone, but some people are like that. But I'm like, you know what? There's tons of people doing ads, but they don't tell you. So you think that they're not doing ads, but they're actually doing ads. And then also like influencers who hype up products that are not worth hyping up. The Morphe gang comes to mind. I think it's fine when influencers earn money through affiliate links and commissions, like I do the same. There's no problem with that. But to like hype up a product so much, like with Morphe, like I went to the store when I was in LA. The stuff is like really not that great quality. Like it's okay. I would say it's like, it's okay for a beginner, maybe who someone doesn't have like a ton of money to start out with. So they just want to get like a brush set and maybe a couple palettes like on the cheap, and they want to practice with that. Like that's great. But what I have a problem with is these influencers who are making serious dollars, making lots of moolah with their affiliate links for like Morphe, and like hyping the product up as if it's like the best. Oh my God, these Morphe brushes are like so much better than MAC. Oh my God, these brushes are like better than NARS. These are like the best brushes I ever used. Oh my God, these eyeshadows are like so pigmented and are so easy to blend. I will never use another eyeshadow again. And that's, oh, it's such a lie, because they are not the best. And that's fine. It's like, why can't you just say, you know what? This is a great brand for like beginners. Why can't you just be honest with people? I think people would appreciate that so much more than like hyping up a product saying it's to this and this standard when it's really not. The same goes back in like the early Sigma days. Do you guys remember everyone was like all on the Sigma train? The Sigma brushes are the best. That's another brand that slowly started taking me off the PR list, because I was on their PR list. They sent me a ton of their brushes, and you know, I said some like positive things about their brushes, and I also said like the cons, because they're not the best brushes. And people will be like, oh my God, these are better than MAC. And they're not. I'm sorry, they're just not. This is a MAC brush, and like I would use the MAC brush, and then I would have the dupe for Sigma, which looks exactly like this. But you'd put it on and it would just feel like scratchier. And then what happened is a lot of the hair from the Sigma brushes would like come off and be on your face, and you'd be like picking hairs off your face. And like I had a couple brushes from Sigma where the glue came undone and like the ferrule just popped right off. People who say something is better than it is because they stand to make a lot of money off their affiliate links, I feel like that's wrong. I've never seen people talk about this in these kind of tag videos, but influencer, like big review channels who review makeup and they're using a ton of skin filters on their video. This could be a video in itself. This just drives me insane. You're reviewing a product like a foundation or a concealer or something, and you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, or oh, look at this glow, and oh, it lasts so long and it's so great and whatever, and you have like filters all over your face. And it's pretty common practice now. Like a lot of channels are using skin filters, and sometimes I feel so self-conscious like coming up close to the camera because I don't use the skin filter, and like you can see my pores and like fine lines and stuff. It's to me a dead giveaway, people who do use skin filters, because I know exactly what to look for and know exactly what a skin filter looks like on a video. Influencers who are doing reviews, like who are predominantly a review channel, I feel like if you're just doing a video and you put on a skin filter, like who cares? If you're like doing reviews on a product and you're reviewing like a foundation and then you've got a smoothing filter that makes your skin look amazing anyway, I feel like you're being really deceitful. And then influencer you trust the most, I don't know their like screen names off the top of my head, but people who are willing to say negative things about products, even if they've been, you know, sent that product for free, So if they're on a PR list and they're willing to say bad things about the product, that to me is a huge sign that that influencer is trustworthy, because they're risking being kicked off the PR list, like I was for many, because I said the truth. Because some people are like, oh, if it's a bad product, I just won't say anything. And I feel like that's not really being honest. Like if you're a review channel and you review lots of different products, then you should also say the cons to a product. And also like people who buy their own products, you know, like not everyone is on PR lists or is, you know, fortunate enough to get sent all this stuff for free. But I do buy my own makeup as well. So if they're willing to spend their own money, they probably have like a good grasp on what they're looking for, you know what I mean? So yeah, people who buy their own products. Secret tips or product application you don't show while on camera, you know? I don't think I really have one. I feel like I really show you guys step by step what I do, especially with like makeup applications. So nothing like off the top of my head is coming out for this one. Have you ever showed one product where actually using another? I can't remember ever doing that, so I'm gonna say no. I'm trying to think if that has ever happened. Like that seems like so random. Why would you do that? No, I've never done that. I don't know. I don't think that's like, is that a thing? Do people really do that? Wow. Have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship? So I'm gonna be honest with this, and I think probably when I did like probably my first, I don't remember what my first ever sponsorship is. You guys, I've been around since 2008. Back then, sponsorships were like new. Now it's like standard. And I think at that point, I didn't even know that you had to disclose. I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't understand really that it was an ad. So I'm sure like maybe the first couple of videos, maybe I didn't disclose because it wasn't really a thing yet. It was just like, that was the very beginning of YouTube, and brands were just starting to, you know, get onto the YouTube train with advertising. So I'm sure like at the beginning, there were probably instances where I didn't disclose just because of my own ignorance. But since now it's become such a thing and it's something I've really thought about, and I have disclosed for years and years, and I've never had an issue. Like once it became something that people did, I've always disclosed. I've never like lied to you guys. And I think even like maybe the videos where I didn't like say sponsored by, I think I maybe wrote it that it was like in cooperation with a brand. I do not disclose because I hate when people don't disclose. So I always disclose. Have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? Yes. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not gonna go into details because I'm not a person who airs their dirty laundry in public. There are brands that I've had bad experiences with. Usually it's been like a issue of miscommunication. I like to work with brands directly. Like if a brand contacts me by the email or whatever, if they contact me directly, because what often happens is you'll be contacted through a PR agency. So there's like a middleman. So they'll have like the brand here and you're the creator here, and in the middle there's an agency. So sometimes the communication between this middleman is not that great. So every kind of like bad interaction that I've had with a brand has been through an agency, because maybe the brand wanted something, the communicator in between, so the brand or the agency didn't really communicate that so well to me. And so maybe if I was doing a sponsorship with the brand, then the brand wasn't happy and I wasn't happy. And so like things like that happen. That's just part of doing business online, where often you don't meet the people. It's all done through email or through text or voice call or whatever. I mean, often I prefer to just call people because a lot gets lost in email. So that things like that do happen, but there's no like brand that I've like canceled, well, except for the ones that, you know, I talked about that I don't support. But, and like the fact that some brands have removed me from PR lists because I've said the truth about their products, like that kind of, yeah, it does leave a bad taste in my mouth of that brand. I've still purchased things from those brands, but it just doesn't make me feel that good. Not because I'm not like on the PR list anymore, because I literally don't care. If I want to go buy makeup, I'll buy it, but it just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Have I ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? I'm sure this has happened, not intentionally though, but you do get sucked into hype. And I'm as guilty of this as other people. Like I watch YouTube videos as well, but you know, someone's like talking about, oh my God, this palette is so awesome and stuff. Then I've like maybe purchased that palette. Actually, I can probably think of like one palette where I have gotten kind of sucked in is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I still have it. It's a nice palette, but I probably didn't need to buy this in my collection. Like I rarely reach for this. And it's not that it's a bad palette. It's just not very like diverse colors. Not that I would give a product a good review just because other people do, but it's just I get sucked into the hype of purchasing certain things. Things other creators do that get on your nerves. Where do I begin? And I'm sure like things that I do, I'm sure I do things that annoy other people. You know, everyone's just different. Everyone's a different person. And that's what's so great about YouTube. There are so many thousands, probably millions of creators. If you don't like someone, you can just watch someone else. So people who do really long, rambling intros, I think this annoys a lot of people. If you're talking about a subject matter and like the title of the video is something, and then they'll spend like the first 5 minutes talking about something totally not related, or like talking about their life, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not really that interested. People with fake personalities, like, you know that they're putting on an act for the camera, like they're trying to be like super fun and woo and like yay. I mean, I know some people have big personalities. In some ways, you can tell when people are acting like it's just so over the top. I used to go to quite a lot of beauty events, and I would get invited to like international events where there'd be like big YouTubers and stuff, and you would meet some of these people and they're just like so different in real life than how they are on camera. If I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna film. Like, I'm gonna be honest and be like, I'm not gonna come on here all depressed and be like, eh. But I don't try to be something I'm not, and I get turned off by people who have these like super flamboyant and like, not flamboyant, just like super fake personalities. Like you can just tell that it's fake, and it's just kind of funny then when you meet some people. Not everyone, some people really are the way they are on camera, but sometimes they're not. And then when you meet them in real life and they're just like shy, quiet people, it's just a little bit weird to me. And I understand that some people might feel awkward, like socially awkward in situations. So I'm mindful of that. Maybe in front of the camera, they feel like they can be more themselves. But I think you guys know what I mean. Like the super over the top, like unrealistic, like nobody acts like that in real life. Like things like that turn me off. Oversharing. There's like so many little things, but like people who overshare, I feel like it doesn't really get on my nerves, but that can just really bite you in the ass. There's a certain amount that I'll share with you guys, you know, like I feel like YouTube is so personal, and I like to let you guys into my life a little bit, but there's certain things that I just don't feel need to be put on the internet. Sometimes creators overshare and it can be a little bit cringy. Certain things I feel like are best left off the internet. You don't know who's out there, who's watching your stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tag. It was actually really fun to do. I hope you guys got some good insight into the behind the scenes. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, the notification bell, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.